Hello, beautiful women of the Intention Master Group. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Today we're going to be defining the dream levels. So when you think about your intentions, what do you think about? If I said to you, I want you to set a really, really crazy, wild intention, what would your reaction be? What are your emotions when you think about a crazy, massive, massive goal that you know you couldn't do? Or you've told yourself before that you couldn't do? What emotions arise when I ask you to do that? How do you feel? Do you feel excitement? Do you feel nervous? Do you feel like, oh my God, I don't even want to say it because I'm embarrassed? Or do you go, right, I'm rising to the challenge. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it all out because I'm never again going to be in this position that I'm in this year. I'm never again going to be able to rewrite my whole future. I'm never again going to be in the position where I don't need to listen to my autopilot anymore. This is the year that I get to rewrite my autopilot. I get to change my habits. I get to do things differently. I get to have a reset. So the old me used to look at goals. We've spoken about this before. So we would be setting short-term goals, medium-term goals, and long-term goals. Now these still have a place. If you watch my lives, my Facebook lives, every Sunday we have a weekly intention setting session. And we set 3 intentions for the week. So you are putting a time frame on those intentions, and there is a purpose to that. So I still set weekly intentions and I still set monthly intentions. So every month I set a personal challenge, a professional challenge, and 3 major projects. These keep me in alignment with where I'm headed. And this is something that Brendan Bouchard helped me with. What I want to talk to you about today is the dream levels. And there's 3 of them. And my coach Melanie Ann Leah introduced me to these. And these have changed everything for me. Everything. So I wanted to introduce them to you today. So think about your intentions that you want to set. You're already starting to create images. You're starting to collate images. You're also starting to think about the things that you want. Some of you already have done this. So some of you are clear on this. But I want to set you another challenge to take it another level further. So I want you to think about your intention setting in these 3 levels. The first level is the predictability level. These are the intentions that you know you can achieve. They're the things that when you write them down, you're like, yep, I've got that. I know what I'm doing. I know the how, I know the why, I know the who can help me. That's going to be really easy. I just need to set aside time to do it. And the reason that you're that confident about it is probably because you've done something similar before. So your body and your mind knows it's predictable that you're going to be able to do it again. And that's why we call it the predictable realm. This is the human level. This is the, yeah, I've got this. I'm going to take care of my human self and I'm in the human form. And it's just all very predictable. Most human beings set goals and intentions with this one level. And I used to do the same. I was like, what have I done before? And what can I do in the future? But why would you live your future based on the memory of you before? Because that's what it is. It's a memory of what you've done before. Why would you live your life based on the predictable? Coaching, mentoring, personal development isn't pushing you to play in the field of predictable. It's pushing you further than that. Now you might say, Nick, I want to play in the predictable realm. I'm happy there. I've had a tough year. It's been a real difficult time for me. I want to set my intentions in that realm. And I would be completely happy with that. If you're in alignment with the predictable level, and that's where you want to set your goals and intentions, you stay there. Because if you say to me, I am tired, I've got no energy, I'm struggling, I've had so much going on, you have to look after your human self. And by staying in the predictable realm, you can look after your human self. Make it an intention to do that. And when you've done that, when you've taken care of yourself, I have spent all this year doing that. Taking care of me and my human self and making myself a different version of me. To be able to play in these other two levels and these other two fields, which are super exciting. So the next level is the potentiality level. This is the field of manifestation. So we're going out of the human realm into the quantum realm. This is the manifestation level. So you hear about manifestations all the time. So say for instance you're like, I'm going to get a check through the post, I'm going to manifest it, and then a check pops through your door and you're like, oh my gosh, because you believe in it. The more you believe in it, the more it happens, the more you can manifest. But if you don't believe it, if your human predictable self isn't taken care of, it's going to pull you back to the predictable level. So this is where you start playing with magic in the potential realm. This is the manifesting realm. This is, for instance, you might say, a predictable goal for me is to set a goal or an intention to earn £2,000 a month. I've done it before, I know I can do it again. Predictable, I've got that. In the potential realm, you might say something like, okay, so I'm going to manifest a £3,000 month. I haven't done it before, but I know it's potential. So you're pushing the boundary of predictable, but it's still within reach. It's still something that you could do. It's just not something you've done before. But it's not so wild that you can't imagine it. You can imagine it. So this is where manifestation comes in the potential realm. And this is where I want you to start playing. I want you to start really pushing your predictable intentions into the potential realm. I want you to have predictable, which is the first level. I want you to have those intentions because they're the ones that you will find easy and will keep you motivated. But I want you to start playing in the potential realm as well. This is where I want you to be sitting more in the manifesting realm. This is where the fun happens. So the third realm, the third level, is the possibility level. This is where the wild dreams and intentions are set. This is where you say things like, could you imagine if? Or what if? Can you imagine if we did this? And what you do with these possible intentions is you don't manifest them, you don't think about them, you don't think about the how, you just write them, say them, and forget about it. So we postulate on these goals, we put it out there, this is how we postulate them, and then we forget about them. We don't worry about the how, we don't worry about the what, we just put it out there and have an amazing amount of fun with them. So they're the three levels I want you to play with when you're setting your intentions. So the predictable, the potential, and the possible. I want you to set your intentions around all 3 levels. You might have more in the predictable right now, some in the potential, and maybe 1 in the possible. And as time goes on and you get more comfortable in these levels, you'll be setting more in different levels. Now I want to touch on alignment here because this is really important. So you're in alignment when your thoughts, your behaviours and your actions all align towards a desire that you have. This becomes so important when you're setting intentions, particularly in the manifesting or the potential realm. So when you're working in the potential realm, if you're out of alignment, so if you say to me, Nick, I'm doing all this stuff on my business, I really, really want to grow it, and I'm thinking all this amazing stuff, and then the next day you're like, actually, I'm not sitting at my desk, I'm not doing the work, I'm not showing up, I'm not being consistent, then you're out of alignment. If you're out of alignment, you're not going to be able to manifest. So alignment is something I've learned this year, and that is crucial. I have had my best month of the year in 6 days because I was in alignment, because I was showing up, because I was being consistent, because I knew what my desires were, because I was taking action, because I was thinking towards my desires and being positive. I wasn't showing up for 3 days, then disappearing, then showing up for another 3 days, then disappearing. What we want is alignment of our thoughts, our behaviours and our actions towards our desires. So I hope you enjoyed this piece. I cannot wait to hear what you come up with the homework. I want you to set intentions for the 3 levels. So post your homework on the thread inside the group, and I will see you soon.